How's everybody doing today? Again, this is Byron Bradford, aka Brad, bringing to you the Bradford Files. All right, the Bradford Files, and we're going to cover. Okay, we're going to definitely talk about who bringing it today. B12 Fitness Group, www.b12training.fit.com for your latest protein shakes, amino acids, and bars. And by the way, we are NSF certified, meaning certified for sports. You will not burn hot using our product. Check it out again, www.b12training.fit.com. All right. And again, veteran in crisis, 1877 424 3838. 1877 424 3838. I'm just going to read this thing off the fly. I just been doing some research, and this article kind of caught my ear a little bit, being a person that have ran for office and understand what that entails and understand all the bull crap that you go through dealing with people lying on you. But I'm not going to stop. I will go again, but this article kind of rings true, and I seen firsthand um, the, the, uh, the challenges of trying to get in those particular seats for people like myself that are veterans. Okay, and by the way, I did give blood today. I can't even see my. There you go, my little thing there from Carter Blood Care. I try to give where I can, and so yeah, I do give blood. I know I can't, but I do. So that's the least I can do. Again, let's get to this story here. And it's titled "Advocates Want More Veterans on Congress Policy Staff." And the number of veterans in Congress will increase slightly this year, but the number of veterans working as congressional staff has remained alarmingly low in recent years, according to new findings from one advocacy group. Uh, Officials from HillVets, a bipartisan networking group of Capitol Hill staffers with military experience, are pushing every lawmaker to add at least one veteran to their policy staff in coming months. Again, this article was written in November 17, 2016, almost 4 years ago. All right, it's 4 years ago. So, HillVets, bipartisan group on Capitol Hill, are pushing for staffers with military experience, are pushing every lawmaker to add at least one veteran to their policy staff in coming months, noting that noting that less than 1% of those key posts are held by veterans today. Hmm. Good enough to go to war, good enough to do all this other stuff, but not good enough to create policy which drives everything that we do. All right. Past surveys by the group have found that less than 3% of more than 3,000 employees working in congressional offices have served in the military. Less than 3% of more than 3,000 employees working in congressional offices. So who's working in these congressional offices? I'm curious. You know, that kind of stuff just it runs me hot because who are these people making these decisions? Let me guess. 60% of our national 60% of our nation's annual government spending is related to the military and veteran experience. Yet we have no institutional knowledge within our legislative branch, said Saki Ververis, a board member for HillVets. Hmm. Officials from the Veterans Campaign said the overall number of veterans in Congress will increase next year. Try to pacify you a little bit. Man, I ain't being pacified. By two or three individuals, pending the results of several recounts. At least 102 veterans are poised to serve in the elected federal office next year, up from 100 in the current session. Of those 27, of those 27 will be veterans who served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Again, this person, Ververis, an Air Force veteran, said having elected officials with personal knowledge of defense and veteran issues isn't enough. Veterans need better representation among policy staff who have tremendous influence on lawmaking policy priorities. He also believes more former service members can also be a force for bipartisan and increasingly political divided government as we sit and watch our leaders act like they're in kindergarten uh, on television, this day and time of radio. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna slow my brain down here for a second. He believes that, okay, again, yeah, he believes that more former service members can also be a force for bipartisanship, is what we need right now, which is the stalemate and increasingly politically divided government, which is, I'll be honest, which is why I am going to put my name in a hat again, because I felt like that we need more people that with that experience that can practice bipartisanship. We're not bought by corporations. We understand we are public servants. We're not running for the next election. We're taking care of our public. We're public servants. That's our job. Once you get elected to do that position there, but we, of course, a lot of veterans have been kept out because they don't want to let us in. That's why they're doing all this nonsense right now. It just pisses me off. Military veterans continue the conversation even if there is a difference of opinion, because we have been trained to complete the mission, he said. Veterans share a common bond. We are fraternity, a band of brothers and sisters set of moving forward, which is something our country is in dire need of. And, it was a senior enlisted guy. I had to work with general officers general field grade. I had to work with lower enlisted. So I feel like, man, being in that senior enlisted rank, you really have to be diversified in trying to move things forward, even if you don't might not like it. Hey, I'll get this done. Let's accomplish the mission. And right now, we're not accomplishing the mission. We're too busy bickering about small stuff that doesn't even matter right now. That's frustrating. That's a taxpayer. So, but HillVet officials say Congress' reluctance to hire more veterans runs counter to corporate trends. I think I just hit that a second ago. Where many business and communities have spent recent years extolling the virtues of bringing employees with the military experience into their workforce. One thing I noticed is once you join the service and you leave, and then you get out, you have to get back into the community. You go into a community which you've been out of for a while, so you're having to rebuild relationships. And some people are not going to like you because they want to see you as a threat, especially when you know how things should be ran. And then some people are tired; they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with it. Again, when I got into it, somebody called me. And that's when I threw my name in the hat. And I did pretty well. I did pretty good. First time I learned a lot on both sides. I got friends on both sides. I meet with them. I meet one of them often. And he realized, man, and I will go that I will get back into this because I think we need more veterans and we need more of us to step up because we do believe in bipartisanship and we need to folk. And if you are bipartisan, if you're not bipartisan, you're partisan, we don't need you in the play. We need people that can think on both sides, both perspectives, and just get the job done and let's move forward. And we're not getting that right now. And we will not be bought by corporations. I think we got a lot of our people sitting right now that are bought by certain situations. We got a thing going right now with that's the end of the article right there. But with say Vanessa Guillen, I am Vanessa Guillen, they going to Congress, I think the July 30th. July 30th. Our senators, Ted Cruz and John Cornyn, have been absolutely silent. Carter showed up. John Carter was on a photo. He got the photo op. But other than that, he's been very quiet. He's not pushing for this congressional. So those people who he's representing in Texas out there in Fort Hood, maybe y'all should need to reconsider getting rid of John Carter. I don't care who you put there. Pick somebody that's going to step up for people that are deceased and their families. And I say the same for John Cornyn and Ted Cruz. I don't care what party. Pick somebody that's going to stand up and say something that the last video I did was do the right thing. I feel like these two gentlemen that's supposed to be representing Texas, representing the Guillen family, whose daughter was murdered at Fort Hood, who was dismembered, they have been absolutely quiet. Yet, President Trump wishes Ghislaine Maxwell, he wished her well. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got running our country right now. I'm not favored to no particular party. I'm just going to tell you, I just do the right thing. And I feel like when you're in a position as a state senator, a federal senator, not state senator, but they've been quiet too. But Garcia spoke up out there. It's Garza, I'm sorry. I think it's Garza, Sylvia Garcia. And of course, I'm not sure if she's representative out in Houston. She spoke up and she's helping Miss Natalie Kwan with the investigation and trying to get this congressional done. And her Ted Cruz and Corner, they represent Texas. They represent that soldier that was murdered. She's not from New York. She's not from California. She's not from Florida. She's not from Connecticut. She's from Texas. Brutally murdered in a federal installation, and these federal senators hadn't said anything. I would be afraid to put my daughter in the military right now. With the Navy scandal going on, with the alleged prostitution in Bahrain, with the sexual assaults rising to who knows what percent, 40, 50%. Some people don't say nothing. They don't want the smoke. They don't want the drama. They just rather deal with it. That is sad. And for them to have to, for somebody got to beg you to do a congressional investigation and fire people and get rid of them, maybe you don't need to be in office. I don't want you to represent me. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't need you to represent me because you can't be a coward in those positions. And when you don't say certain things you know is wrong, I think you're a coward. Yeah, I said it. You're a coward. Both of them. They chasing the next dollar trying to get reelected. But this woman's preparing to bury her kid that was murdered on a federal installation in your state. So if you vote for those two guys, vote for somebody. I don't care who you vote for. Just vote. But, you know, I wish we could write people in. They made it difficult. You can't even do a write-in no more. You got to go through a situation that's to get somebody to write in. So you're throwing your vote away if you do a write-in. We're not getting great options. Go find a veteran to get in these seats and support them. You might not agree on 100% of everything, but you can get them that 80-20 rule. I think we can turn our country and our state around, and we can get out of this this pit that we're in right now. We need to do some soul searching, put our differences aside, but we need people that's going to represent every citizen in Texas in these seats, that's elected seats. So when you don't vote, you're voting for, you're obviously comfortable with the situation that you're in. And I think a lot of people are not comfortable right now being unemployed, or this pandemic has really opened up, pull back the, what your status really is. But with that being said, hey, again, advocates want veterans on Congress staff. Hey, find your veteran, man. Have them run for office. Talk to them. Find out what they're about. We love trying to make things happen. We love trying to get, we love trying to make the situation better. We love to accomplish the mission. We love to accomplish the mission. First and foremost, we know how to accomplish the mission. And it takes a special kind of person to go do 20-something years and then come out and go into this kind of business, because it is a business. I learned, I'm gonna say I learned the hard way, but it was an experience. But I got great friends out of it. I got true people, and I'm learning how to be policy driven again. This message is brought to you by B12 Fitness Group, www.b12training.fit.com, www.b12training.fit.com for your latest shakes, protein, amino acid. Go get your bars. By the way, we NSF certified, meaning we certified for sports, high school kids, college, NCAA, professional athletes. Everybody can take it, all right? And you won't come up hot, guarantee that. Anyway, by the way, you got veteran in crisis. If you know a veteran in crisis, call this number, 1-877-424-3838, 1-877-424-3838. Again, you have any questions for me when we talk about a certain topic, Byron.Bradford37@yahoo.com, Byron.Bradford37@yahoo.com.